down into the ruins. We've got to close that portal. KPO said the Daedric portal is to the east. Ruins were. They're certainly older than the structures above.
Let's make this quick.
The portal! Destroy the anchors, comrade!
Defend the anchors! Maintain the portal! The anchors! Stop them!
Close the portal. Good work. Now, let's find a way out of here.
This way, Tribune. Follow the tracks.
Over here, comrade. Let's talk.
Good, you got out. I worried for a moment that those recollection bastards caught up with you. Or worse, those horrid Daedra. You should talk to Tribune Leia. Losing all those people weighs on her. I know the feeling.
My cohort almost completely destroyed. The Rustwall staff almost all dead. Even Shard Marshal Vargas managed to slip from our grasp. While we closed the portal and saved Skingrad, it feels like we failed, comrade. The threads of fate? That sounds ominous. But after what we saw down there, I'll keep an open mind. We learned that the Recollection cult is working with Daedra and taking orders from Shard Marshal Vargas. They got damn close to invading Skingrad. With the portal closed and the Daedra on the run, the remaining Recollection forces aren't enough to threaten Skingrad. But I'll get the Legion to send more soldiers, just in case. Here, the pay I promised. The Legion always makes good on its debts. Consider your temporary commission suspended, comrade. Though I'd love to have you permanently assigned to my cohort. I plan to continue to look into the Recollection and Shard Marshal Vargas. I hear there's a wood elf in Skingrad doing the same. I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as we can spare. With the portal closed and Shard Marshal Vargas on the run, they shouldn't pose too much of a problem. That's up to Count Calantius. I'll advise him to keep legionaries at the estate even when no dignitaries are present. Problem is, we don't have many left to allocate here. The Legion isn't what it once was. What with the Empire in disarray. You're a step ahead of me, comrade. I hadn't heard about recent trouble at that poor town. Not since the new forest overwhelmed it. As soon as I can, I plan to pay this Baragon a visit. Compare notes. Maybe I'll see you there. I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as we can spare. With the portal closed and Shard Marshal Vargas on the run, they shouldn't pose too much of a problem. That's up to Count Calantius. I'll advise...
Ever grew that quickly.
Those wood elves! Valenwood is trying to annex territory that is rightfully...
Welcome to my townhouse, friends. I can't wait to hear the results of your investigations.
Baragon has graciously offered us the use of his townhouse as a base from which to conduct our investigations. Speak with him, please. I know he is curious about what you discovered.
I see you found your way to this Baragon person too, comrade. We started to compare notes about the Recollection, but then he insisted we wait for you. So, go talk to him. I need to know what's going on.
I can't believe we found a corrupted seed at Ostermere. That the Recollection somehow caused the new forest to overgrow West Weald. Or that my friend Sorelin was involved. Laramil wants to talk to you, but I'd like to hear what else you discovered. An invasion launched from Rostwall Estate would have taken Skingrad completely by surprise. I'm glad that you and the Tribune were there to stop them. But the Recollection working with Daedra? That's a troubling new development. By reputation, we only just met. I know she does troubleshooting for Count Calantius, so I figured I might run into her eventually. She apparently heard about me too. Just showed up on my doorstep. You learn anything else out there? Ithelia, the Daedric Prince you and Laramil are looking for? You met her? Incredible! But why is the Recollection looking for her? Didn't they... never mind. I think you should talk to Laramil now. I need to consider all this.
Our initial investigations are complete, Proxy. Let us speak. Encountering a material confirmation of... that is, I thought it would take longer for us to find and confront Ithelia in person. We determined that my suspicions about the frayed fates proved correct. Each location had a connection to Ithelia. That the Recollection and the Miramor Daedra seek to restore Ithelia to power. They caused the New Forest and Wildburn devastation. And Ithelia wanders West Weald, starting to remember. For helping me reach these conclusions, take this reward. Speak with Baragon. See if he has a thought about our next steps. Ithelia's presence untethers all consequences. It makes it nearly impossible for me to perceive the threads of fate, let alone determine which threads to follow. Most people do not bear the responsibility of preserving reality itself. If we guess wrong about what we must do, or simply fail to do it, disaster ensues. I do not like to leave such decisions to chance when the stakes are so high. Trust in Baragon's knowledge of the recollection. There is an anomaly I wish to look into while you and he pursue the cultists and ferret out their plans. Perhaps the Wildburn seed you found in Ostermere is the place to start. I shall find you later.
I've been thinking about Ostermere and your investigations with Laramil and Tribune Alea. The recollection was involved each time. We need to determine what they're planning next. Maybe the Wildburn seed we found in Ostermere can help us do that. I'm not a green speaker or a spinner, but I know a corrupted seed when I see one. If we can trace it to its source, I think we can find the recollection. Luckily, there are experts on this sort of thing close by, in the wood elf town of Vashabar. Bosmer, who honor the green, wouldn't have anything to do with a Wildburn seed. But I want to show the seed we recovered to a green speaker. If they can tell us more about it, it might lead us right to the recollection. Help me, and I'll pay your way. Here, just to be safe, you should carry the Wildburn seed. Greenspeaker Derelith in Vashabar should be able to tell us something about it. Just follow the Gold Road into Dawnwood and turn north. Tribune Alea and I will meet you there. I know, it's too much. During my adventuring days, I helped a wealthy Colovian family. They rewarded me with the deed to a grand old empty townhouse. I had enough gold to make this place livable, and it seemed a waste not to use it. I've lived all over Tamriel, and Skingrad is a nice enough city. Always something happening here, and we get news from across the continent. It wasn't until recently that the people of West Weald started looking askance at wood elves. Since the appearance of the new forest, what the Bosmer of Vashabar called Dawnwood, the rest of West Weald has grown nervous and suspicious of all wood elves. I've lived here for years, but suddenly I'm an outsider. Things could get ugly. Yes, I'm confused by that as well. Green speakers are mages who work within the Green Pact to shape the forest to meet their needs. Every wood elf village has a green speaker to grow new pod homes or shape useful tools. It's an art my people cherish. You saw what I saw at Ostermere. My old friend Soraline has lost her way. If she had a hand in the use of Wildburn seeds, then she's turned her back on the Green Pact. I'm not sure she can do that and still call herself a green speaker.
done here? Upgrade, you arse.
What exactly are you implying, Colovian?
I'm not implying. I'm saying it outright. This land wasn't yours to grow a forest over.
That's enough, Tribune.
Fine. You and the mercenary handle it.
Apologies, Greenspeaker. What can you tell us about the seed my friend is carrying? That was exactly the wrong approach to take with Greenspeaker Derelith. I'll try to calm Tribune Alea down. You talk to the Greenspeaker and see if she can tell us anything about the Wildburn seed.
We're standing in a forest that grew overnight. Pointing out that the Wood Elves of Vashabar occupy land that belongs to West Weald isn't an accusation. It's a simple statement of fact. Never mind. You talk to her. Find out about that seed. They both showed up in West Weald around the same time. Oh, I don't think every Wood Elf in Vashabar is a member of the Recollection, but some must be. It doesn't help that they occupy a new forest that appeared on land that doesn't belong to them. Sure, the new forest sprang up in a part of West Weald that was mostly wild and uninhabited, but it's still part of the province. No one in Vashabar swears allegiance to Count Calantius. What's he supposed to make of that? I'm not concerned about lines on a map. People are getting hurt. The devastated area at the border of the forest is ruining farms and spawning dangerous beasts, not to mention the attacks by the Recollection. Someone needs to answer for all this.